But let's open up the show on a more somber note. R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. I can't not say R.I.P. to Kobe because of what he meant to our generation, what he meant to me. I mean, one of my best rants ever back in the
For
Snapchat
sure.
days was, I mean, hands down, is a Kobe rant. Like it
It was
was,
great. It
I
was
was
fucking great. Maybe you can even end the show with that being played because it was an epic ass rant. I mean, I remembered it to this day. And I guess you know what? And because that was such a memorable day, Kobe's last game, it was
Mhm.
so memorable as a fan. Um, and just like you, I mean, he's meant a lot to me. He's my favorite athlete over any sport of all time. He embodied exactly what I always wanted to do when I got on the basketball court, and that was go out there and be the best. And I always felt like if there was anyone that came out there and was going to show that he worked harder than you the day before to be ready for that day, it was Kobe.
Absolutely, man. And he leaves behind a great legacy, great shoes. He made great strides for the women's game. And
Beautiful daughters.
yes, and the Mamba mentality. And I I have mixed feelings on the Mamba mentality because I have so much respect for it. And the phrase just gets used so much. And I sit back and look and I say sometimes, hey, you people are disrespecting Kobe by claiming that you have the Mamba mentality because if you don't know him, you don't know what it took for him to be wired that way. And I'm not saying that you're not winning in life and you're not working hard,
Or
but
focused.
or focused, but your significant other looks way too happy for you to have the Mamba mentality. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they should almost be pissed at you because you're so dedicated. Like,
you, you're popping too many bottles on socials for you to have the Mamba mentality, right? And not to say that Kobe did not have some level of work life balance,
in good time. Of course, he had a good time.
but his balance was not balanced. You know what I mean?
And
So
that's what makes it so sad, that we lost him because this was a guy. Obviously, as soon as he's done, he gets into the stuff he had been wanting to do. Obviously, you could tell he did love it. He loved. I mean, and most people love their kids, but he definitely loved his daughters. And for me, being a girl dad myself, that's why today I posted that picture because it just makes me think. I'm just like, man, I couldn't imagine me and my daughter being in that predicament and me not knowing what to tell her when I know what's about to happen to us. And like she does too, but there's nothing like you can't even comfort. You know what I mean? Like it's like kind of your fate. You already can't say goodbye or anything. It's so sad, man. It's like one of the worst things ever.
yeah, man. Where were you at when you found out?
I was crazy enough. I was at my house and getting ready to go to the gym. Funny enough, because it was on a Sunday,
Mhm.
and I was getting ready to go to the gym, and then I was on my phone, and then I saw something that TMZ says Kobe Bryant reportedly dies in helicopter crash. And so I'm thinking at first that like it was fake news. Honestly, I'm like, okay, a hoax, whatever. And then so I turn on the TV, I go to ESPN to make sure, like, okay, well, they're not saying nothing. Like, and how fast was TMZ with this? And so then I turned it, I think something was on the Pro Bowl, might have been on like ABC,
Sounds about right.
and they like interrupted or the broadcast before the Pro Bowl, it was something. And they interrupted ABC with ABC World News, and then like they were essentially saying, like, confirming it. And I'm like, holy shit. So I called my brother, like, you know what I mean? Like other like, I'm like, all right, man. Like, they're saying this. And then there were all these rumors that he was with his entire family. Then like Rick Fox or somebody, like, they threw like Rick Fox in there. Um, and it was it was such a crazy thing, especially being a fan. I still to this day cannot believe that Kobe Bryant is dead because I guess because of how important and how big of a fan I've been of his mind, and he's a part of my life. Like it just, I still can't believe it. To be totally honest with you, it is really it's still hard to believe. and then to go out that way, knowing he was about to get in the Hall of Fame. And then, of course, once he died, it just seemed like the world flipped upside down because of COVID coming immediately after. And then let's not forget, too, the fact that the night before the Lakers played the Sixers in Philly and LeBron James, we're talking about the two people that have been linked to each other our entire, childhoods, essentially, for the most part. Basically the last the greatest basketball players since Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
From a popularity standpoint, skill, and just overall marketed, the two most popular basketball players, he passes him on the scoring list in his hometown the night before. Kobe sends him a message, and then the next morning he dies. Like, it's fucking crazy.
No, man, it's absolutely crazy. And I remember receiving a text from somebody who's not especially not a basketball fan. And I respond like, yeah, no, this is a lie. Because like I check Twitter, I check Chrome, like I'm like, yo, no. And then like I roll back over because I'm in California. It's in the morning in California. I'm hungover because it's a Sunday. And then like I get the text and I see it pop up, like whether it's like on IG, Twitter, whatever. I find it and I go, oh no, it really happened. And I went and kicked it with one of my homegirls that day. And I thanked her because I didn't look at my phone like the whole day. We were just like watching movies, chilling, talking and stuff, right? But my phone was like down because I didn't want to open up Facebook. I didn't want to open up Twitter. I didn't want to open up IG. I knew that was going to be all over the timeline. People were going to tell me how much they loved Kobe and it was going to piss me off. People were going to just be talking about it. And the shit was sad. Like it was the first celebrity death that I actually cried about
and like cared about.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? You see people die. Like, I mean, I remember when Michael Jackson died too. It was exactly what I was doing when he died. And I love Michael Jackson's music. I didn't cry over it, but I cried about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, no, I think he was the first one from our generation that we really felt. And because it happened so soon and so sudden, it really hurt. But hey, man, we're 11 minutes in. We're not going to cry here today.
Yeah,
but no, RIP.
Rest in peace to Kobe, Gigi, and the 7 other passengers that were on that helicopter that day. It's still so sad. I mean,
thoughts and condolences to the family, man. And this is going to be really selfish and maybe even shouldn't say it, but I really hope Nike and Vanessa can get something figured out. Because
nope. Look, we want to provide, and nobody wants to have to be paying $2,000 for Kobe's for the rest of their life.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
They were some of the best hooping.
Oh, they really are. No, they're by far the best shoes to play basketball.
Yeah, like they're so comfortable, like reinforced sole.
You know what's crazy? He was the first person to get the low top with the ankle support, because obviously niggas were wearing, they were wearing whatever. I guess
mids. We were wearing mid shoes to play basketball.
But and before Kobe dropped those, obviously he was wearing the Hyper Dunk. That was kind of like, that was low key his shoe.
The Hyper Dunk and the Huaraches.
Yep, right, both of them. Yeah, and so, but no, I'm with you on that. Nah, hopefully they can give that. Especially because then his daughters are going to be okay for forever.
Well, they're going to be okay no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
That bag was good, and that lost.
Body Armor? You fuck with Body Armor?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Body Armor guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Kobe had his business together, man.